night that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go! Steal the base! Go! Here I come! Here I come!
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 64 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes. This is caught by Williams. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going deep for Hill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. He got 29 yards that time. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
We got this. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And got his man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 52 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, as time expires in the 1st half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now to add the point after. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the 1st half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long... Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, and this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy, but in this case, he played it perfectly, read the football, and went and made the interception.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going up top. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 40. Ingram churning. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big...
That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that score.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jihad Ward just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Tighten up.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 4th down. Here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take it over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Set, hut, it's three,
On first down, it's Ingram. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game...
Nowhere to escape, and he... help leading them to victory, and the defensive guy